Good afternoon,
Hi,
everyone.
everybody. Uh,
So,
yes.
that Friday feeling.
Introduce yourself. There you go, that Friday feeling. And it's TGIF, I guess, even though every day seems like Sunday, right? Because we're all at
It does,
home.
yeah. Yeah,
But there is a little bit of TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. We always have to try to.
absolutely.
So, Paul, go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody.
Hello, everyone. My name is Paul, and I'm from Ireland, from the south. Since January, I've been teaching in my English school, and before I also lived in Palermo. So, in total, I think I've been in Italy for about 9 or 10 months. And
Okay.
yeah, it's been a very interesting experience. And what about you, Jane?
Awesome.
How long have you been in Italy for?
Oh, I have been here. I've lived in Italy for 30 years.
Wow,
Yeah, a long time. I love Italy. It's my home. I'm
absolutely,
originally
it is.
I'm originally from the United States, but
Mm,
I I do definitely consider Italy to be my home.
cool, excellent. And Jane, how would you describe the difference in the body language between Americans and
Oh,
Italians? Is it different?
totally different. Yeah. I mean, let's be honest, the Italians use their hands, they gesture, their
Mm,
body language. There's a lot of communicating with hands in Italy.
yeah.
Definitely. Absolutely. Do you think that the Irish use a lot of gestures when they speak?
Uh, absolutely. If I could think back to my grandmother, she used to always point the finger, like dan 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 dan, like don't do that
Ah,
again, or I'm warning you. You know, simple
hi,
things like that.
Concetta. We've got Concetta from Naples.
Yay, we have a student. Wonderful. Tell us about you, Concetta. So you're from Naples. What's your job? Hmm. Or what do you
So
do for a living?
yeah, we would love to know something. Okay, so why don't we go ahead and see what we're going to do today? Take a look at some of the slides. Paul, could you read um,
Okay, so it
this? Yeah.
says body language, and it talks about stress, intonation, and body language. Interesting. So, Jane, how
Yeah.
important is body language, for example, in a job interview?
I think it's fundamental, but I
Mm,
mean, there's, your body language says a lot about you. Without you even speaking, your body language can really tell a lot about you as a person and what you're feeling, and if you're open or you're closed. So it's very interesting in English, how we use the word and how is the intonation. So this is here, we've got this video. Now, I don't think that we can pull this video up, can we?
mm.
We're
Well,
not going to try to
no,
pull
I
the
think
video
I
up.
think this is why, like, perhaps today, guys, we will do a little bit of the slides, but we can kind of do a bit of vocabulary and speaking questions in relation to personality as well, because personality and body language combines with
Mm-hmm.
how we say things. So don't worry, we have extra material as well today. Not just because the slides, it's kind of really difficult to do when the quality of our Wi-Fi is not exactly the best. So as Jane said, guys,
Oh,
uh, sorry, Jane, your body language reflects your personality. I completely agree with her. So let's see.
Can you go ahead? Oh, Conchetta, I'm a pharmacist, but at the moment I don't have a job. I was looking for a new position before the quarantine.
Yeah.
Boy, I know. What can we say? I'm sorry, Conchetta. Mm. All right. So it's not what you say. Let's go ahead. Paul, do you want to go ahead and read this slide? Hmm?
Yeah. So intonation is important. It can convey how the speaker or how the speaker feels. I have something to tell you. How might the same sentence sound if the speaker is nervous, happy, angry? How does the intonation change? So what am I going to do?
Okay. So
Maybe
now, if I'm going to say to you, for example, Paul, I have something to tell you.
mm,
Okay. How are you going to interpret that sentence?
it sounds immediately that there's something like that sounds like I'm going to lose my job if it's in work, or it sounds like something bad has happened.
Yeah, so the way I conveyed it wasn't so great. Now I'm going to change
No.
that, and I'm going to use the same sentence again, and you're going to tell me how you interpret it. Paul, I have something to tell you. How are you going to interpret that?
Well, like my energy or the way I see your body language, I feel the positivity, so it's like you're drawn to it immediately. You're
Okay,
drawn
so
to
probably something good. I'm probably going to tell you something
absolutely,
great, something positive. Okay,
absolutely.
so if I say to you, "Damn it, Paul, I have something to tell you."
You're
What do you
obviously
think?
angry.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely,
So it's funny because we can use a sentence and we can say the exact same thing, and actually what we say, the meaning of what we say can change.
absolutely. Um, I think sometimes it's funny. People misjudge Italians for their body language and their tone, the way they speak. Sometimes I don't know if an Italian is happy or sad when they're speaking
Really?
with their yeah, with their intonation. Sometimes I'm like, are you angry with me or
Mhm.
are you sad? You know, it's the body
Mhm.
language that certainly can put you off. I'll write that down. Put
Okay.
you off, which is similar to distract. And here, do you agree, Jane, when Conchetta says, I think body language is I think it's the truest, the superlative.
Truest language. Okay, the truest language. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of studies about body language, even the way we sit and we present ourselves.
Hmm.
Okay, so if I'm doing this webinar with all of you, thank you, Conchetta, and I'm like this. Hi, everybody. Hmm. So today we're going to talk about body language. What is that telling you about me? It's saying that I'm very closed.
Yeah.
I'm very, yeah. Stand up. I say, okay. Hi, everybody. Okay, my body's changed. And also the way you interpret what I'm saying also changes a little bit, I think. No?
Yeah, I even think students know immediately your body language when you're teaching. I won't forget 3 weeks ago. Obviously, it was the stress of I don't want to keep talking about it, but the virus, and you know the way we were waiting to kind of see if we were going to be in quarantine or
Oh, I
not.
know.
And there was
Terrible.
there was so much anxiety in work, and the students actually picked up on my energy, and they were like, "Teacher, you're a bit different today. You're more serious." And I was like, I am. You know, they know immediately. They could feel the energy.
Yeah,
And it was my body
absolutely.
language.
Yeah. All right, we can just fly through these, Paul.
Yeah,
What do you think? And
absolutely.
then, how it's how you say it. Okay.
Yeah.
So, oh, I love this. This is so great. Okay. All right. Now, let's start with stress on different words can alter the meaning of the sentence. How does the emphasis change the meaning of the sentence? So, I
Mm.
would like to tell you how it changes. Okay, and I'm not going to tell you. I want to hear what you have to say. So, number one, for example, I bought my sister a present. What does that
Mm.
mean if I say it like that? Okay,
Mm.
I bought my sister a present. Hmm? All right, so everybody go ahead and write down what you think that means. And we're going to read Conchetta's little
Oh, my sister a present.
thing nice
Wow.
here.
She did?
Yeah, I'm going to pull it up right now.
Go for it. Or do you want me to? Oh, yeah.
It's
Okay,
coming.
nothing.
There it is. Okay, so I have some books about this topic. They basically say that if you want to know what a person is really think, you have to look at his or her body and expressions. True. Okay, so the sentence, I have some books about this topic. They basically say that if you want to know what a person is really thinking, you have to look at his or her body and expressions. Very good. Conchetta, well done. So you'd say a person is really thinking, okay? Oh, she wrote it. Thinking, sorry. Okay, perfect. Well
Brilliant.
done. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. So,
Completely agree.
okay, so what do you think about the first sentence? What do you think the meaning is? I bought my sister a present.
Doesn't.
I
Oof,
hmm?
it's
So it
hard.
means no, it's not, because it means I bought it and nobody else did. That's what that sentence means. If you say, I bought my sister a present, it means you're the one that bought it and nobody else did. Huh?
Mm.
Hmm? The second sentence means, let's read it. You want to read it, Paul, with the stress on bought?
Yeah, I bought my sister a present.
Can you say it
I
again
bought
and put
my.
the stress on bought?
Okay.
I
I
bought
bought.
my.
I
Okay.
bought my sister a present.
hmm So what do you think that means, Paul?
Honestly, Jane, I'm actually happy to be a student in this context because I am so confused by this intonation. Like I kind of I
Really?
can't figure it out. Yeah, but I'm being honest here. What do you think it
Okay.
means?
I think it means that the speaker wants to emphasize the action. He actually purchased something. He or she purchased
Okay.
something. Okay. So that's what that means in that sentence. Okay. With number three, I bought my sister a present. You're focusing on who you bought the present for. Okay. So here it's more like, okay, this is the person that I bought the present for.
Hmm.
All right. I bought my sister a present. You didn't buy her something else, you bought her a gift.
Cool.
So I think it's very interesting because here, depending on how you stress the words in these sentences, can the first, look how generous and thoughtful. Yeah, Conchetta, I agree with that. With the first sentence, you're really going into a little bit how generous and thoughtful I am because I'm the one that did the action. Absolutely,
Hmm.
Conchetta, well done. That is fantastic. The second one, we said we're going to really focus on the action of buying the gift. I bought my sister a present. Yes, I went out and I actually did that action. Huh?
I
Number
love
three,
pronunciation, but I'm a bit skeptical on this.
no, I think this is I think this is an absolutely fantastic way of expressing it. And I've done this in other classes. And you can take a sentence and depending on how you stress it, you really change meaning.
Mm.
Absolutely.
No, of course, absolutely. It's just for me, it's just like I love pronunciation, but I just like I bought myself a present. I bought my sister a present. I bought my sister a present. I'm just
I
struggling.
bought
I'm
my
struggling.
sister a present. That I didn't buy it for somebody else. Look at me. I bought it
Yeah,
for her. Yeah.
yeah. I'm just finding it hard to just kind of get my head around it, to be honest. But no, I can see your point. Like, as I said, like it's great that you and Conchetta are, I hope I said her name correctly, are like very into the lesson, and I think like that's obviously the benefit of today. But I don't know. I'm still a bit like confused by it, honestly. Like I bought my sister a present. I bought my sister
You have to understand that like stressing different words in certain sentences can change the meaning. It's not
for
just
sure.
about the words themselves, but it's where
Mm,
you put stress on. And
mm,
by putting a stress on a certain particular word, you can change actually the meaning of those words. Okay.
mm.
Um, and I think it's really important that you understand this. Conchetta, can you tell me if you understand maybe any other sentences here, and if you understand meaning of other sentences with different stresses?
It's really advanced for me.
Um, oh geez, I need to add that to the stream again. What did I do? Okay.
It's okay. It's back.
All right, let's go on to the next one. Okay. Okay, so let's take a look at this sentence. And I think it's really important that we look at also these sentences. Now, didn't break. So, Conchetta, if I put up here, Mike with the stress, I'm going to stress Mike. Mike didn't break the window. What am I saying if I'm stressing Mike?
Hmm.
That it was somebody else that broke the window. It wasn't Mike, right? Mike didn't do it, but somebody else did, right?
Okay.
Mike
Mike
didn't
didn't
break the
break.
window.
Yeah, Mike didn't break. Yeah, okay. I get it.
Okay, Mike didn't break the window. Maybe he damaged it, but maybe he did something else to it, but he didn't break it. So if I
Mm.
stress break, it means he did something, but he didn't break the window,
Interesting.
right? If I say Mike didn't break the window, he broke something else. He definitely broke something else.
Mm.
Okay? How about, you want to talk about John? John is coming over tonight. So if I stress John, John is coming over tonight.
It's like it's very important that he's coming. I
Yeah,
would
or
think.
maybe he's the only one that's coming, or yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, like it's yeah, John is coming over. Like you're kind of alerting everybody. Like
Yeah.
it's something urgent that you're trying to
Or maybe it's something special. John is coming over tonight,
yeah. Or it could be like a
right?
surprise, like John is coming. John is coming over tonight.
Well, if we do is coming, John is coming over
Yeah, yeah.
tonight, then we're really stressing the fact that he's coming to the house, right?
Okay.
Or the action.
Oh, okay, yeah. So John is coming. John is coming. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
If I say John is coming over tonight, it means he's not coming over tomorrow night. It's not coming over in 3 days. He's
Yeah,
coming
it's
over this
tonight.
evening.
Okay, cool. Now I'm kind of understanding the lesson a little bit more. You're getting my
Okay.
you're you're convincing me. Yes, Conchetta,
Okay.
she's convincing you and she's convincing me because you can probably tell even the body language, which is interesting. Jane is 100% into this lesson. I'm 100% not. And you can tell that I
Because
even think no, it's
what?
great. It's great because she can see our body language. She can see you. You're like you're into it. You're emphasizing, and I'm just like when my body language is often down when I don't understand, when I can't get my
But
head around something.
look, think about the way you speak English when you're teaching.
Absolutely,
You're going to be using these, you're going to be stressing certain parts more than others to get people
absolutely,
to understand content. And
for sure.
we do it in our everyday language. We can have a very simple sentence in English, but the way we stress it maybe gives a complex
Mm,
idea to it, right? So, I think that we use this a lot in the way we speak. Not, and it's something that we do without being conscious of it. I really do.
absolutely. And Conchetta, if you want to read Jane, reflect away the part.
you stress is the part that will have more importance, or who listens to. Yes, for example, in the last one, I would think, wow, it must be a very beautiful present. Exactly. Maybe I bought my sister. Okay, so the last part, I bought my sister a present. Yeah,
Yeah.
it could be. But it's also indicating that you didn't buy her something else. You bought her a gift. You didn't
Mm,
buy her something just because she needs it. You bought her a gift, right?
absolutely. Absolutely. And Valeria, welcome to the lesson. And she just said, me too. Okay, be careful. No, I am agree. I totally agree. All right. Good
Hi,
job. Excellent.
Valeria. Thanks for joining us. I really
Where are you
appreciate it.
from? Okay, great. I totally agree. Well, I'm glad I'm doing this lesson with you, Jane, because otherwise I would probably make it very, very boring, honestly.
Well, let's do this. Can I ask Conchetta and Valeria to help me with this last one? Okay. So
No,
we
of course,
have
there's no rush. There's no rush. There's no
let's
rush.
go ahead. They can come on Friday. They can come on Friday. I didn't stress anything. So I'm going to say it with the stress. Oh, Conchetta, wait. Conchetta wrote something else, and I just want to pull it up. Paul, will you read
Hmm.
that for me, please?
Yeah, so intonation is fundamental in every kind of public speech. It keeps the attention high and helps people to focus on the most important parts. Absolutely.
Yeah, I
Brilliant
agree.
language as well.
Brilliant language, Conchetta. Nicely done. So I'm going to say it. Oh, I'm from Salerno. Big hugs. Big hug to you. A virtual
Big
hug.
hug to you too. Absolutely.
Yay. Okay, so I'm going to stress the first part of the sentence, and I want Conchetta and Valeria, if you can tell me what you think it means when I stress the first part of this sentence. They can come on Friday.
Hmm.
They can come on Friday. What do you think that means when I stressed it like that?
Well, the emphasis is
No.
obviously, yeah, on the subject.
Yes.
Would you call this linguistics in a weird way, like studying tone and intonation?
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah, I
You
was
know, if I
interested.
want, yeah, I was gonna do a master's in
Me too,
linguistics, but not someone else.
I guess. Yeah, I was thinking of doing it last year in Granada in Spain for a master's, but I realized that Granada was only a place specifically for university and not for working. So I was
Okay,
certainly
so
considering.
it means that they are welcome to come on Friday, but maybe someone else is not. Yeah, I think you're right. They and not someone else. Yes, Valeria, very well done. They can come on Friday. I want them to come and nobody else. Um, yes, both Conchetta and Valeria answered that question perfectly. Well done, ladies. This is very, very difficult stuff. So well done to you both. How about they can come on Friday?
Hmm.
What do you think? They can come on Friday.
You don't sound so enthusiastic, I think. They can come and I don't know, maybe not.
I think once again, the idea of so it is like making clear who is welcome and who is not. Maybe, yeah, Valeria, that's for the stresses on the first part. Kind of, yeah. I think it's focusing on the group of people, right? I think here can come being stressed is more the idea of them actually is focused on the action of them coming to wherever. And if I say they can come on Friday,
Hmm.
then what does that mean? They can come on Friday. So not on any other day, right? Maybe they can't come on Saturday. that they can on Friday. Friday is the day that they can come. Okay?
Cool.
All right. Next one. Look at those questions. Okay. Oh, great. Thank you, Conchetta. Well done. Okay. You want to read, Paul?
Yeah. So it says actions speak louder than words. So if you don't make eye contact, what might that convey to listeners? What are
Ooh,
visual
what do you
signs?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Of
what are
dishonesty?
visual signs
Yeah.
of dishonesty? How can someone appear open, willing to talk, and confident? What body language might someone exhibit if they are angry, panicked, or flirting? Interesting.
What's psycho number one? Anybody know, Conchetta Valeria? What do you think? If you don't make eye contact, what might that convey to listeners?
I would
I think
say
I know
that
that.
I would say that you don't make eye contact, you're trying to avoid like a potential conflict. Like if you're avoiding eye contact, maybe not.
Well, I think if we're in the Western Hemisphere or in the first world countries, not making eye contact could mean, like you said, you want to avoid conflict. It also could be maybe lying. You're lying
Yeah.
about something. Hmm? Um, but it's very important to know that in certain cultures, making eye contact, for example, student teacher, you have situations where in certain cultures, it's considered disrespectful to look at your teacher in the eye.
Mm.
So it's very important in certain classrooms. If you've got a lot of foreigners from places all over the world, it's very important that you know that. I mean, it depends on culture to culture
Mm.
what that symbolizes to students.
Interesting.
Yeah, Conchetta, avoiding eye contact could mean that you're a shy person or that you are lying about something. Yes, that's exactly, I think, probably right. So do you know of any visual it's a visual sign of dishonesty. Yeah.
I would say their body language or the way they it's I think even how they speak. If you're seeing the way someone speaks, like if they pause or hesitate, you can kind of see that it's a bit dishonest.
Mhm. Um, hmm. How about visual signs of dishonesty? Do you know any visual signs of dishonesty?
Like a kind of slight twitch in your voice. Like I don't know.
Oh, okay. Maybe the way you speak.
Yeah,
Huh.
the way
Okay.
you kind of use your hands. It's just the eyes. The eye. You just know. It's like intuition. I think you go with your gut instinct.
Okay, Conchetta, do you know any other visual signs of dishonesty with your body? Do you know of any? Or how about you, Valeria? Do you know any? Because I don't know a lot. I don't know many. I think with the eyes is one thing, but there might be other things also that show dishonesty. Also, I think if you look to the right or you look down, looking up is trying to remember past ideas. Looking down, I think, might be dishonesty. By the
mm,
way, I'm going to put security distance between you and who? Wait. She got a good one here. Mm, by putting security distance, by putting a secure distance between you and who is listening. And also it's a disrespectful attitude. That's
mm.
true. In our culture, yes, absolutely. Oh, Valeria. Oh, Conchetta's got one here. Maybe when you hide your hands while talking, but I'm not sure about this one. Could be,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I
I
think it
hide my hands
depends on,
when they're freezing. I'm
yeah.
like, I'm so
I
cold.
think it depends again, like on your culture as well, you know. I mean, of course, guys, Italians are the most expressive people we know. They use their hands for everything, the way they communicate. It just goes down to culture. I mean, I've taught so many, and this is interesting. Okay, I'm going to share my experience when I was in Malta last year and teaching adults in the summer. I had. I'm going to be honest and say that I made a bad judgment on. I had this student from Poland, and as I said, it was an experience for me to teach like her for the first time. She was a wonderful student, but I remember I asked her because you know, Jane. Sometimes when you have when you're teaching a group of 10 students, it's a bit different to my S. I asked her, could she change partners, and she just looked at me. She moved. She didn't say a word, and I thought like, oh God, like did I upset her? Did I because I just like to vary people moving around, change the dynamics of the class. And a week later, she came up to me and she was leaving, and I was still feeling a bit awkward with her because I got that vibe. And she came up to me and she said, "Oh, by the way, I'm leaving today. Thank you so much for your lessons." And I was genuinely shocked. It was just, I don't know. I guess it's just picking up on her body language was very. She was never using her hands when communicating. She was just very kind of introvert. I don't know if that makes sense.
Okay. Mm. Okay, so Valeria also said, I personally really hate when somebody doesn't look me in the eyes while speaking, I think. I think a person really hates someone who doesn't look me in the eyes while speaking. I think that's what you'd want to say, no? While he is speaking. Because someone, we don't know if it's a man or a woman.
Look into and look into my eyes, James, because into just to briefly explain, when you have an object, it's into. When there's no object, in. So example, look into my eyes.
Okay.
Nice. Interesting.
All right. And you also need to watch where people's toes are pointed while you're speaking to each other, because it's a sign of what. Yes, you are right, Conchetta. That is fantastic, because if they're pointed towards the door, it means they want to go away. Very good. To watch where people's toes are pointing while you're speaking to each other, because it's a sign of what they really want to do or be. Wow, Conchetta. Fantastic. Body language expert here. For example, if someone is pointing their toes towards the door, it means that he or she wants to go away and is not to be, and doesn't want to be talking to you. Yeah, Conchetta, well done. All right, let me ask you the third question, everybody. How can someone appear open, willing to talk, and confident? Any ideas, Conchetta, Valeria, for question number 3? What do you think, Paul? How can someone appear open, willing to talk, and confident?
Their face, their facial expression, their intonation of their voice. I suppose that would be like the way you communicate, for example. What do you think?
I think it's the way you, if you appear to be open also with your arms and your body. I think that also opens you up to, if you're closed and like this, you're
Mm,
kind of in a position where you don't really want to talk, you don't want to be. And if you're sitting more like this with your chest out and your shoulders back and not closed, then you're going to appear more open. That's what I
mm.
think. um so what body language might someone exhibit if they're angry? How do you look when you're angry?
You
What do you
frown.
think? You frown. Maybe your face gets tight. Your body gets tight. No?
Blood boils.
Yeah. How about scared or panic?
If I'm thinking of a horror movie, I like
Yeah.
beg. I watched a horror movie before with my friend, and like I begged him not to watch it, but he forced me, and I was like, please, 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 I don't want to watch it because I know that once I watch a horror movie, when I go to sleep, I envision the nightmare in front of my eyes.
Mhm. Okay. How about flirting? Yeah, flirting. Hey, how are you? What's going on? Nice to see you. Oh, I heard about that last week. So, what kind of uh, body language would you have if you're flirting with somebody?
You kind of move your
Maybe
body a little bit.
move, yeah, maybe moving towards them a little bit. You're trying to get closer to them, right?
The classic
Maybe you have,
example is probably Joey from Friends, actually. The way he kind of conveys himself, the way he goes, "Hey, how you doing?"
how
You
you
know,
doing,
it feels
right?
like that.
Like, yeah, and there's a whole body language that going towards that person, and so yeah.
Absolutely, and it's all about like, you see, I'm now more interested in this part. Like, it's all about your eye contact as well. Like,
Yeah,
you play a little
sure,
game to see
absolutely.
if you can catch their
Yeah.
attention. Like, if you're in a
Um,
club and you see someone that attracts you, and I don't know,
uh-huh.
they like, for example, Jane, can you tell us, for example, how the first encounter you had with your partner, how who caught whose attention? Was it you said you met? How did you guys meet? Out of curiosity.
Oh, we met. We met at a Buddhist meeting because
Wow.
we're both Buddhists. So I love Joey. I love Joey too. Huh? No, but to be honest with you, when I first met him, we didn't really like each other very much. It wasn't. It
Yeah,
wasn't.
yeah.
It was only. It was only after maybe 6 months that we saw each other again, and there was a lot. You're right. There was a lot of body language that took place when we kind of first flirted with each other. Hmm.
That's
Yeah,
interesting.
definitely. All right, let's go on to the next slide here. It's the last slide of the day. Ah. Okay, so I'll read the blue and you can read the red.
Okay. You
Can you
said
start
I'll
with
read
the
the blue
top?
and you can read. But you said I'll read the blue and you can read the red.
Yeah, and at the
Oh,
top it says, I see what you're saying, right? The first thing is red.
sorry. I'm not
It's
with
okay.
it. Excuse me, Conchetta. Excuse me, Valeria. I see what you're saying.
I need to talk to you about is it, it's very hard to read.
Torino, I think.
Torino deal. Okay, Torino deal.
Okay, everything should be okay.
I found something strange when I looked at the accounts.
Oh, I don't know anything about that. What did you find?
It looks like someone made a mistake last month.
I'm sure we can fix it.
How are we going to fix it?
We're going to have to stay late tonight and figure this out. Or we're going to
Okay.
have to stay late tonight and figure this out. It depends actually on how I say it.
Okay.
Or we're
Um,
going to have to stay here. Hmm.
okay. So what I'd like to do here is I'd like to use different intonations while reading
Mm.
this. And I want us to try to figure out what that could mean in the situation.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put, let's see, I'm gonna put different intonations in. Concetta and Concetta and wait, and who is what's the other
Valerium.
one? Valeria, I'm sorry, Valeria. Okay. I'm going to put a certain, Paul and I are going to do the same sentences again, and we're going to change the intonation. And I want you to try to interpret what we've said. Okay?
Mm,
So
okay.
you want to do the same colors as before?
Okay.
All right, I'll start with the blue. Paul, I need to talk to you about the Torino deal.
Mm, everything should be okay.
I found something strange when I looked at the accounts.
Oh, I don't know anything about that. What did you find?
It looks like someone made a mistake last month.
I'm sure we can fix it.
How are we going to fix it?
We're going to say, sorry, the reading. We're going to have to stay tonight and figure this out.
So what do you think was the meaning, the way that I read it?
You're stressed. And there's like, I think you have in the back of your mind that we basically can solve this anytime soon.
Okay.
Maybe I'm not reading it. Maybe I'm not reading it right.
That's okay. You know what? Let's do this. Let's do this since this is
I'm
kind of,
tired.
that's okay. Why don't we go on and pull up stuff that you pulled out today also? We could take a look for the last 8 minutes. We can go ahead and go through some personality things. Yes, I am very suspicious. Yeah, exactly. I was aiming it towards him. Very good, Concetta. That was very well done. I'm suspicious, and I'm suspicious of him.
Yeah, you see, the thing is, like, Conchetta, you're an expert on body language. I'm presuming because you're reading books. This and Jane seems to be. Conchetta, how have you observed my body language and Jane's body language in this lesson in terms of our enthusiasm? Because I think it's pretty obvious that I'm like not really into it, where Jane is like passionate and she's trying to, if you've noticed, she's tried to get me involved a bit more in the lesson. In actual fact, Jane has kind of been like a teacher in this lesson and I've been like a student, and she's kind of found different ways to bring my motivation levels back up. You did actually, Jane, instinctively. Do you agree with what I've said, Conchetta? Like, have you observed my body language, Jane's body language in terms of this lesson? Clearly one is more engaged than the other. What do you think? Do you agree, disagree? How would you assess our body language in this lesson?
Interesting. Oh, personality discussion. I love this stuff. Okay.
So guys, focus in a little bit on, you know, body language and personality. So we have here a few questions. Jane, question 5. What or who has helped shape your personality?
I'm a very what or who? What has helped shape my personality? I believe, though, that we are born with a lot of our personal traits. I think some of them are learned. I guess maybe my mother. You know, my mother has helped shape my personality. Absolutely, she's influenced me. No doubt. Um, yeah, I would think maybe my mother also, my friends, the people that I look up to, the people
Wow.
that I admire. Absolutely, I try to be more like them. But
Mm.
I do think that there's part of me is the way I am, the way I am, and
Yeah,
being born this way.
absolutely.
Mm.
Absolutely. And Jane, what about, or sorry, Conchetta, what about you as well? Question 5. Who or what has helped shape your personality? Please tell us. Hmm. And look, she's commenting on her body language, which is interesting. So, Paul, you said that Jane was almost convincing you about the importance of body language, but I think at last she
Ah,
didn't.
Conchetta, you're awesome. I do like you a lot. I think you're right, Conchetta.
I
But
agree.
Conchetta, you can see that I'm a very enthusiastic person. I
No,
mean,
for sure.
let's be, and as a teacher, that's part of the way that I convey
Mm,
ideas. And so, I mean, we all have our different ways in which we teach. And
absolutely.
my children said to me this morning, they said, "Oh, you're so loud, Mom. You were so," and I said, "But that's how I teach. I'm not a monotone teacher. I don't, I can't, it's part of my personality. I can't change that. That's how
No,
I, that's how I do it."
and I wouldn't like to if like imagine if we were being observed by our DOS. Like I wouldn't like if I was observing you, I wouldn't ask you to change because that's kind of taking away something that you're not, you know? And I think
Yeah.
with
And we all
teaching,
do it in different ways. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, like we all have our ways. I mean, I always have to try and make a joke when I'm teaching. Even if we're talking about personality, like it's important for me that students like are always like laughing. I think that's part of my it's part of my way of teaching as well.
Hmm.
Interesting. Um
Okay. Okay. So Conchetta, I have a question for you. Uh, how would you describe your personality?
hmm.
And this is also for you, Valeria, no?
Yes, if she's still
Are you
there.
still here, Valeria? And if you're still here, can you give me a couple of adjectives to describe your personality? Paul, how would you describe your personality?
Absent-minded, definitely. Passionate, open-minded, and a bit anxious as well. That's how I would
Mhm.
describe mine.
Okay, Conchetta, I was shaped by my family. Look at that. That's
Wow.
fantastic.
Very good
And by the
passive
place in
structure.
which I grew up. Nice. Conchetta, I love that. And
It does
also the
influence.
place. Absolutely, the culture. Yeah.
Mm. Would you still say that you're shaped, Jane, by American culture in some aspects? Like you said
Of
yesterday, you
course.
love American football. So,
Well, you know what? The thing is, I've lived in Italy longer than I've lived in the United States. But that being said, there are aspects of me that are completely American. So
mm,
you cannot take that away from me.
no, absolutely.
You know,
I feel the same.
there's certain aspects that are, but then when I went to the United States, I felt out of, I felt very not in tuned. Because
Yeah.
it's been so many. So there are parts of the culture that I identify myself with, and other parts
Hmm.
I don't. So yeah, very interesting.
Okay. So, just a quick revision. Valeria and Conchetta, thank you so much for
Yeah,
your participation today.
thank you. It was great. Conchita,
Um,
great job. Valeria, great job.
very good writing, Conchetta. I must say, I'm very, very impressed, and thank you for passing on your knowledge of body language in general. And I think that's basically it because me and Jane have another webinar again to get to. So, guys, thank you so much. And okay, just a
Pretty
quick one.
curious. Very anxious and also thoughtful, I think. Okay.
Ah,
So
very good.
Lydia, anxious. How do we spell anxious? I'm gonna spell.
Quickly popped it in there. There you are.
Okay.
Anxious.
Oh, sorry.
You're
Put it in
grand.
there too. Great. Thank you, Conchetta. You have a great
Okay.
day. Stay safe and stay at home.
Thanks,
Bye.
guys. Bye.
Bye.